A lot of us have dreams and ideas and goals and things we want to achieve, we want to do, we want to change. But if you could just get your head down for 3 months and actually have everything that you want at the end of that period of time, how much more powerful would that be? I'm talking about monk mode. This is something I've been seeing all over my feed, and I feel like there really isn't a female version of this besides the that girl trend or the discussion around kind of disappearing for a period of time and coming back. I absolutely love this, and I am currently in a monk mode phase. And if you don't know what it is, it's basically all about simplifying your life, cutting out distractions, and building really good habits that are going to serve you in a way to achieve your goals faster for an extended period of time. Now, monk mode is not for the weak. It's not for those who are kind of comfortable with coasting. It's for those of you guys who want dramatic changes in your life. And I love talking about finances, personal development, and even on my health side, there are so many things that I want to do to really go deep, to really be the best version of myself. And so I'm in a current monk mode phase. It's really popular amongst entrepreneurs and young guys, but I really think the girls need to know about this. And really, if you're someone who wants to make real big changes, this is gonna be the start of another challenge that I love to call the monk mode girls are us challenge, okay? So I'm gonna give you the details on how I'm running my challenge and how you can do your own. The whole goal of monk mode is simplifying and cutting out distractions and literally becoming laser focused. So the first thing you really need to do is get very clear on your goals. What the hell do you want? And I really love the idea of focusing on your goals in threes. So for me, I've set my goals for like the first 3 months of the year that I want to get going. Like I can't think about everything else. And there's lots of goals I had, but these 3 are where my head is entirely focused at. And this is where my monk mode is focused on as well. So really define what's important to you. Is it about getting your health in order? Is it about paying off the debts that you have? You really need to be laser focused on what the hell you want to achieve. And the reason why you need to be laser focused is because when you try to achieve a lot of things, you don't get far with any of them. Whereas you're gonna have to drop some things and drop some people to really achieve this goal that you want to do. Defining that is the first step in this process. So getting super clear on your goals is the way you're going to be able to move forward in this monk mode. After that, you need to be very militant with yourself, very honest with yourself to work out what is distracting you. And I know it's hard to take a cold, hard look at yourself, but you're going to need to do that to be able to move forward. All of us have these Achilles heels in our life that are preventing us from being the best version of ourselves. We need to sacrifice those distractions in our life to prevent ourselves from sacrificing our future. You don't want to look ahead and think, I wish that I could have just let the little Netflix go. Yeah, you don't want to think that so that I could be a multi-millionaire, or I could be ripped AF, or I could have that relationship that I want to have. You don't want to live in regret, seriously. So for me, it's about getting super militant about what my distractions are, and mine are 100% Netflix. I am a show binger. I know some people play games. I watch shows back to back. There's not a show I haven't watched. That is my crack. It's a show. And I had to speak to a therapist about this because I realized there was one day, I think I spent 10 hours. I closed myself away, and he said there's a difference between isolation and solitude. That really hit me because I know that I was isolating, which draws you away from yourself and others, versus solitude is where actually you're embracing being with yourself. And I wasn't in solitude. And I had to recognize that that was a toxic thing for me, in that I use shows to get away from my head, get away from myself, get away from others, versus addressing them head on. So I am not watching any Netflix. Well, I mean, I did watch Party Aunt, but I was doing my hair, that's fine. But I'm not watching any shows for a 3-month period of time. Maybe your distraction is going out with friends every weekend. Instead of focusing on your goals, you're like, girls, what we doing? What we up to? Blah, blah, blah. Maybe your distraction is your social media. Mine was like that in a way that I can really get hooked into TikTok. So I've had to delete the app on my phone, and I'm even a creator, and I have an app that I love to use called Freedom. So Freedom will block websites and block apps, and I won't even realize. So when I try and type say Instagram or whatever, or I try and open the app, it will keep loading. And I'd be like, what's wrong with the app? The app's down. But actually, it's the Freedom app stopping me from being able to be distracted. So whatever guards you need to put in place to stop yourself from being distracted, you need to get them there now. And then you want to prioritize self-improvement. You have your goals, you remove your distractions, and then you want to work out what are the steps that you are going to implement that are really important to you to actually build in as habit and new behavioral changes to achieve what you want to achieve. So things that help you become a better version of yourself are, say, meditation, exercise, sleeping more, reading, activities that you're going to use to help you grow as a person. This is the time where you can prioritize self-improvement. And if you want to cut people out of your life and disappear for a period of time, I don't see why not. I've heard of people who've gone into, like, say, a monk mode period, and they've gone off of the blocks for like 6 months, right? But come back and literally they are like a phoenix risen. My monk mode really means head down mode, focus mode, prioritize me mode. And as one of my goals is a health goals, it's about me really getting that situation on lock, which requires daily focus. And for monk mode, you really need to be able to stay consistent. Now, there are people who do it for 6 months or 3 months out of the year, and that can be a little bit hard. We might want to start off with a 21-day period of focus, outlining your goals, outlining your priorities, outlining the distractions you're going to completely say no to, and outline the habits that you're completely going to say yes to. So I'm going to give you an outline of my monk mode protocol so that maybe you can use this as a model, but just understanding what that looks like. I have my 3 definites that I have to do to win in monk mode. And I also have my 3 things that I am not allowed to do in this monk mode, which I'm doing for 21 days. So number 1, I have to meditate every day. I need to get up and I need to meditate for 10 minutes. And I know this sounds boring, and I know you've heard it all before. For me, meditation is about learning to silence my mind, because I'm someone whose mind is going roll on, caught in thought, caught in rumination, caught in distraction, caught in worry. But did you know that you can control and train your brain? So my goal with meditation is trying to slow my brain down and learning to think before I act. It actually causes me to have to be patient and less reactive. And that's a commitment to myself. I can afford 10 minutes for the day to my brain and to myself. And if I can't, then there's something wrong with my life. My second non-negotiable is I have to write a plan for the day. I have to outline what I want to achieve. I used to sometimes go through my day in a way that was very, very reactive. It was like things were happening to me. I was getting phone calls. This was happening. I would check and I would look at my email, and that would direct me for the day, or I would check social media and that would direct me for the day. But I want to direct my day. I want to direct my energy. But the only way I can direct my energy is by creating a plan and putting it in place so that I know what I want. And within that plan of the day, I always write down 5 ideas. One of the things I want to build is the ability to create more and be a natural creative. So having ideas constantly is one of my goals, and that's included with my plan for the day. These are simple things that I have to do every day to be the version of the person that I want to be. And my third non-negotiable that I have to do is I have to exercise for at least 15 to 20 minutes. And I know that's not a lot. I know some of y'all are in the gym for an hour and a half, but my life is not set up that way. I have a family, I have stuff going on, and I don't really love exercising, but I want to build the habit of exercising more. And so if I set my limit of move for 15 minutes, it means that usually I'll go for an hour anyway. But the non-negotiable of the 15 minutes means that I win no matter what. And then I have my 3 habits that are a no for me. I made it clear that me and Netflix is a no. I'm not going to use a show to distract me anymore. It feels very embarrassing to say this. Number 2 is no alcohol. I love a little alcohol, and I think for any of you guys who maybe drink or smoke or do stuff to help you mentally get away, I think there are better ways that we can get away. We really need to look at what's going on in our lives that make us feel like we really need to escape. Now, for this period of time, I will not be drinking. And my next non-negotiable is actually going to be no social media. And I need to be very careful about my no social media because I'm a creator and I love getting in ideas and I love being on social. But I find with me that I can get sucked in and I don't create. So I end up being like, oh, I'm just enjoying myself. I want to create, but then I'm overwhelmed and I don't create and I just consume. And so for me, it's about using apps such as Freedom and my website blockers and my time limits to not use social as escapism, but making sure that I deliver value onto those platforms. And I am not against the idea of people turning off their social for a period of time and be like, you know what? I'm locking this off. I'm locking this off. So I'm about to do this for the next 21 days and I am traveling. So I will be going to another country for a period of time. But why I'm excited is because it's in a different time zone. And so I love changing time zones because it can change my sleep schedule. So I really want to be part of 5 a.m. club. 5 a.m. club is so hard. People act like 5 a.m. club is so easy, but in the UK, 5 a.m. is pitch black. 5 p.m. is pitch black. So it's really hard to really want to wake up at that time, let alone there's a storm outside. There's a storm outside and I'm in my hoodie, pajamas, onesie. Like, I really don't want to move. That 5 a.m. is very difficult in these winter streets. So there you have it, guys. That is the concept of monk mode. A really powerful tool to be able to achieve your goals faster in life. Fundamentally, time is ever expanding and a lot of us have dreams and ideas and goals and things we want to achieve, we want to do, we want to change, and we keep stretching them out. We're like next year or later on. But if you could just get your head down for 3 months, for 6 months, and actually have everything that you want at the end of that period of time, how much more powerful would that be? If you want to live an amazing life, you want to achieve your goals, you want your bank balance to be strong, you want to save more, try a monk mode protocol. It's here for the girlies as well, and you can start reaping the benefits today. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that video and I will catch you very soon. Bye guys.